What an incredible morning. What a beautiful day. I'm David Crabtree. I've had the great pleasure of being part of this community for almost 30 years. And community is all of what we're about this morning. The building of another community within a great community that already exists. We live together, we work together, we play together, we lean on each other, and we form that community. Great extended family. So welcome as we hear more about the transformation of this glorious property here in Hayes Barton and what it's going to mean for the future of so many lives who are part of this community physically and those extended from it as well. On a morning where we know another part of our country is under great peril at this very time, with a disastrous, catastrophic hurricane bearing down, and here we are under sunshine and cool weather on a crisp North Carolina morning. We'll begin with thanksgiving for that and a blessing from our good friend, the Reverend Winston Charles. Winston.
To continue with David's good words, this is a joyful day, a day that we celebrate and look forward to the birth of a new community, Hayes Barton Place. It's a day of thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for those who will find a new home in this place. Thanksgiving for those who conceived it and those who labor to raise it up. Thanksgiving for all who will care for its people and give service to this community. Thanksgiving for the deep connections and friendships that will be made here. Thanksgiving for this community's service to the broader community of this city, this state, this nation, and this world created by God and entrusted to us. May this Hayes Barton Place be a place of compassion and grace, a place of love and friendship, a place of care and healing, a place of joy and gratitude. May it be a community in which all who are here discover new dimensions of their life and surer ground on which to stand. Today we gather for the official groundbreaking and celebration of Hayes Barton Place, to bless this good earth on which we stand, ground that has been here for billions of years, inhabited by many peoples, and now is being repurposed for this new home, this new community. Before the official blessing of this sacred ground, let us join together in a moment of deep silence in which we simply seek to be still, to listen deeply, to open our hearts to gratitude, especially gratitude to the beloved from whom so many blessings flow. 30 seconds of sacred silence. Let us pray. O Holy One, you spoke the word and the cosmos came to be. You care for us and love us in ways small and great, more wondrous than we can ever comprehend. Today, we give thanks for Barton Place, being raised up on this sacred ground to be a home for many and a community of love and care and service. Gracious God, we thank you for making us in your image and calling us into your service of love in this world. Bless this ground on which we stand and on which this community will be built. May it always be grounded in your care and love and be a community of peace and wholeness, of generosity and compassion, so that all who live and work here will stand on the spiritual firmament that is the ground of our being. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let the people say, Amen.
Winston, thank you for leading us not only in a blessing, but leading us into silence. What a gift silence can be. And it's amazing what we hear in the silence. Any project of this magnitude could never be done without cooperation, collaboration of public officials, those who seek to guide the community. Several are here this morning, including Raleigh Mayor Marianne Baldwin, members of council, former members of the legislature. I may be missing some, but just know we welcome each and every one of you and thank you for your dedication and your gift to us of public service, because that's exactly what it is. Will Purvis is the president of Liberty Senior Living, and he has the great distinction of introducing our next guest. Will?
Thank you, David. Good morning. I'm Will Purvis, president of Liberty Senior Living. I'd like to thank each of you for joining us for our official groundbreaking event for Barton Place. Liberty is a family-owned business that's been in existence for almost 150 years and has deep roots in healthcare. The McNeil family started in pharmacy and has expanded into multiple phases of healthcare, including home health, hospice, assisted living, skilled nursing, and independent living. Today, Liberty Senior Living operates or is developing 22 senior living communities throughout the Southeast. Through our growth, we remain committed to serving our community, doing the right thing, and providing exemplary service and care. We're excited to be a part of this unique development where we can bring the quality and tradition of Liberty to such a historic and beautiful location here in Raleigh. The unique blend of design and programming and amenities for Barton Place is not only a great fit for older adults, but also honors our core values. Once completed, Barton Place will be home to 400 residents and create over 200 opportunities for staff members that want to serve those residents. Many future residents are joining us today. A special thank you to our Charter Club members, those apartment selectors in attendance. We appreciate your trust and patience and look forward to providing you with a community you can be proud to call home and want to share with your family and friends. We also have a great number of Liberty team members on hand with us to celebrate this special occasion. I ask our Liberty team members in attendance to stand and be recognized for their dedication and commitment in helping us create better lives for older adults throughout our communities. I would also like to give a special thanks to Donna, Ann, Terry, and Thad. They have really done a spectacular job setting this all up and getting us to this point. There are so many great partners and vendors involved. Most all of these partners have worked with us on multiple projects. Thank you for your hard work and creativity. It's probably been a dozen or more years since I first started talking with Gordon Grubb about building a community here. I'm very thankful for the partnership between him, the Williams family, Tim Clancy, and other stakeholders. We are honored to work with all of you in what will be a beautiful and vibrant community. Thank you to all our elected officials joining us today. I would especially like to recognize Mayor of Raleigh, Mary Ann Baldwin, and Raleigh Councilmember David Knight. We greatly appreciate your support. My wife and I have always considered Raleigh our second home. We both went to undergrad here, lived here on Glenwood Avenue, just across the way as newlyweds. In addition, my grandmother, Louise Clark, lived just down the street on the corner of Fairview and Woodland. I have very fond memories of visiting her, riding my skateboard to the old Piggly Wiggly, now the NoFo. My grandmother's sister was affectionately known as Big Sister to all of us, and her grandson is now the governor of this great state. Cook, we are all very proud of all that you've accomplished for North Carolina and appreciate that you're with us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the governor of North Carolina, Mr. Roy Cooper.
I was saying earlier, a number of people call the governor's office saying they are my cousin. And Will really is. Reverend Charles, thank you very much for that moment of silence. David, I heard birds, breeze, and sounds of progress all at the same time. And also felt a real sense of community that is already here. So I'm delighted to be here. Councilman Knight, Mayor Baldwin, grateful to be with you. Gordon Grubb, I know you're going to do a great job in building this. But a couple of reasons that I'm here. And one is the deep respect, admiration, and affection that I have for both the Purvis family and the McNeil family. Of course, Will serving as president of Liberty. I've known him all of his life. His mom, Tim, and Ann are here today, and they're not proud of him at all, I'm sure, today. Also grateful for Sandy and Deborah and Ronnie and all of the McNeils who for decades have not only provided a vital service to our state, but they've also created thousands of jobs, helped us get through this pandemic, and even beyond being good business people of integrity, they have been personally engaged in our communities and in our civic life and in education and charitable organizations. And I've been grateful of that. They have been fierce advocates for Medicaid expansion. We're almost there. We're really, really close. We're almost there. We got to get there. And I've been grateful for that developing friendship, and of course, just grateful to the Purvis family for all they continue to do too. And another reason that I am here, I see this place as a hub of activity. I can envision it now. Active people who not only are looking to live their best life, but they are looking to do good. I think not only will people enjoy living here for many years, but they will enjoy living here with a sense of purpose. I hope you know that 80 is the new 60. And 60 is the new 40. And a number of you guys who are going to be moving in here aren't even old enough these days to run for president of the United States. So there is a lot of good that is going to happen here. We now have about 1.8 million North Carolinians who are 65 and older. And we need as many of them as possible to continue to be productive and engaged. And I see that happening here. I see people going out and continuing to raise money for good causes. I see people going out in communities and tutoring students and being mentors. I see people going out and helping people with their transition of coming back into society after having been in prison. I see those things happening because I know a lot of the people who will be moving in here are already doing those kinds of things. Our active older adults not only can make a real difference, but must make a real difference. And finally, I just want you to know that my administration is focused on helping people to age with dignity, the support and sense of community, no matter who you are, no matter your station in life. I'm so pleased with laws that have recently been passed that we've pushed and advocated for that will lower the cost of drugs for Medicare patients, not only across this state, but across the country. We've worked hard to provide supplemental funding for people who are in the business of doing direct care work, people who are doing the hands-on job of helping a lot of people who may be dealing with not only physical but mental disabilities. I truly believe these people do the Lord's work. They are the hand of God, I think, in helping to provide comfort for people who are dealing with those issues. And it is so important for us to train them properly, to support them, to make sure that they are making a living wage, and to make sure that they are actively engaged. And I have been so grateful for them as we've dealt with this pandemic and the hard work that has been doubly hard during this difficult period of time in our life. We are also, with help of the American Rescue Plan, able to increase funding for our home and community-based services. And we've had it doing a survey. We're getting ready to do a summit next month on Age My Way. We've done surveys with people talking about what kinds of things they are looking for as they grow older. Our Department of Transportation is engaged in making sure that we have adequate public transportation for people all across our state, particularly those who are seniors and those who are disabled, many of whom live in our rural communities, and we want to target them for assistance. And my Council on Aging is continually engaged and involved in getting feedback from people who are growing older and the kinds of things that they'd like to see. We live in the best state in the country. We live in a state that continues to grow. We live in a state where people want to come and retire. We need to work together to make it the best it can be. I'm honored and humbled to serve as governor of the greatest state in the country, and look forward to visiting and maybe having lunch and being invited for a forum when this place gets rocking. Thanks very much, guys.
Governor, thank you. We're going to take a look at a brief video in just a moment, but I was thinking as you were speaking 2 years ago, we could not have been here gathered this way, safely, openly, engaging with one another. And I truly mean this. I don't think any other person could have led us the way you did through the most difficult time that we have ever seen, with pressures coming from every different direction every day. And as a resident of this state, I want to say thank you. And I love what the governor said about this place will be rocking one day. So we want to take a look at the video now? Take a look at this. Always great to see smiles, always. I mentioned earlier that it takes a partnership to make this happen with government officials working with private business. It also takes a partnership within the business to make this happen. Thad Moore, who is the Hayes Barton Place Development Manager, now to talk about the business partners. Thad?
Good morning. My name is Thad Moore. I am the development director, or a development director with Liberty Senior Living, supporting Hayes Barton Place. For the past 3 years, our team has been diligently planning all aspects of Hayes Barton Place, which we certainly could not have done alone. In order to achieve a best-in-class community, it takes best-in-class partners working together to achieve that goal. I would like to recognize our partners that make up our first-class development team. Thank you to Grubb Ventures, Oberlin Fairview Investors, and Williams Realty and Building Company for inviting us into this spectacular new community, Budley East. The architecture team for this exciting project is led by LS3P with assistance from Woods Engineering and Crenshaw Consulting Engineers. Our site was engineered by Withers Ravenel, and we are thankful that Liggett Design Group joined our team as landscape architect. Thank you to our stellar group of general contractors, Brassfield and Gorey, Clancy and Thays, and Thomas Construction Group. Our banking and private equity partners are Truist Bank, First Citizens Bank, Kane Anderson, United Bank, Comerica Bank, Live Oak Bank, and TD Bank. We want to thank UNC Health for attending, as we are dedicated to establishing strong relationships with leading healthcare providers in the Triangle. Thank you as well to Longleaf Law Partners, who has represented Liberty through all facets of the development process, including land purchase, rezoning, and construction finance. Great neighbors make great communities, and we'd be remiss not to thank Wake County Public School System and Oberlin Middle School for assisting in the development of this site. At this time, I would like to ask all of the representatives of these great organizations to stand. And I know they're out there, so I'm going to wait until they stand. All of them, thank you so much. Many of them have been long-standing partners of ours. Thank you all for working hard to make our vision of Hayes Barton Place become reality, and for your part in creating a wonderful new home to our future residents. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Ronnie McNeil and Sandy McNeil, principal owners of Liberty Healthcare Group.
Thank you, Thad. We appreciate your introducing us, and I can just say I'm amazed at the production that our staff put on here. This is great. Our team has been working, as Will said, for years and years and years to bring us to this day. So we're beyond thrilled. I'm going to let Sandy kind of give you a little bit of a history of Liberty as an organization and our family's commitment to health care in this state.
Thanks, Ronnie. Governor, I think the mayor just had to leave, and we appreciate other elected officials being here today. It's an exciting day for us. We have a fantastic team. We are very proud of Will and all his team members in senior living division of Liberty for what they've done. Could not have been envisioned 150 years ago when our grandfathers, who were great-grandfathers, who were country doctors, who had been to medical school in a one-room schoolhouse, basically, and opened up a medical practice with 6 drugs that they dispensed. In 1900, they moved to Whiteville and bought a drugstore and opened up a drugstore beside the medical office. And for years, we had a single pharmacy in Whiteville, and then over the last 50 years, really, we've continued to expand that and all other facets of healthcare. So we have a long tradition of service and healthcare. Ron and I work behind the soda fountain as boys in the pharmacy, and if you weren't in a school or an athletic event or some extracurricular activity, you were supposed to be at the drugstore working. So that's what we've always done. And we will continue to do that as long as we live, and it will carry on past us. This is a great day for Liberty, for all the employees that we have. We have several thousand employees. I don't have an exact count, but there are many, many thousands of people that work for Liberty in all facets of healthcare and development. And we are grateful to each and every one of them. A number of them are here today. But I'm sure a video will get produced, and I want them to all see it. They're all just as proud of this as we are. We are especially grateful for the opportunity to be able to come to Raleigh and be entrusted to build a place such as this that people will come to and feel good about what they receive and trust us to help care for them, meet their needs. We take this extremely seriously. This is our passion and what we do. Thank you so much. Good day.
Wow, what wonderful words today. Grounded, community, entrusted, Sandy, as you just mentioned. And this community has entrusted you. And our thanks to everyone who took the time to be here today, to be a part of what's going to be your future home at one point and some point, as we continue to lean into and lean on each other. Thank you for being here today. We're going to gather right to this area for photographs and groundbreaking. You'll be able to see if you want to make your way there. Enjoy the food, enjoy the camaraderie and each other. Enjoy this great day here, as the governor said, in the greatest state on the planet. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.